Hard Mark Podcast.
Shrimp on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie. Do you respect that? That's corruption. I could make a fake snake.
You do not pee in the pool. You do not pee
on the barbie. All of myself is clean.
Broadcasting from the North American Wrestle Science and Pond Research Center, welcome to the Hard Mark Podcast, a show where I, Erik Donaldson, wrestling fan of over 30 years, introduce one match per episode to my co-host who has never watched wrestling. We talk about the backstory, we watch the match, and then we rank that match on our ever-growing list. The purpose of this show is twofold. First, to see what happens when someone who's never watched wrestling is introduced to its most notable matches, and secondly, as a window into the mind of the man of 54,097 compliments, the Soul Skater, the maitre d' of mat drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, the living painting, the talent, the son of the world's richest butcher, Flying Ryan Murphy. Ryan, how's it going?
Shout out to Grandpa.
Did I get it right that you were the son of the son? Like, did I get the family connection correct there?
No, that's correct. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Murphy's Butchers. Be on the lookout for all their fine cuts of meat, some flanks, some chaps, some steaks, etc.
Please do. Yeah.
Boar's Head, look for that on shelves nationwide here. Helps support Ryan's family. But episode 53, Hard Mark Podcast. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, the Twitter. Email us at hardmarkpodcast@gmail.com. But today here, I wanted to get us started with a big announcement. Ryan doesn't know it.
I don't.
And so the big announcement is that the episode that you're listening to right now, episode 53, again, thank you everybody for listening. This is going to be the final numbered episode of the program for the foreseeable future. We're going to try out a little experiment. The reason that we're trying this experiment out, well, we're a podcast of science. We like shaking things up every now and again. But I guess the main takeaway from this announcement is if you're listening to this the day that it's coming out, which is June 2nd, the next episode of the Hard Mark Podcast will be releasing as it normally would, which would be June 16th. However, that episode that's coming out on June 16th is going to be under a new format. So that is going to be the social part of our discussion, which is heretofore going to be called Rumpus Time. So Hard Mark Rumpus Time. That is going to be the social portion of the program. The following week is going to be the Wrestle Talk. For anyone curious on why we're going to make this shift, I think it'll give people a better access into the items that they are more specifically curious about. If you're specifically listening to the program for the wrestling content, this will just give you immediate access to that. You don't have to listen to 40 or so minutes of me exploring the deep crevasses of Ryan's brain. If you are more listening to this for the social element, you can just pop into the Rumpus Times, listen to those. And if you're a true blue Markomaniac, which you know that I hold you very deep in my heart, then you can just listen to both. So it's not going to be any more content. It's not going to be any less content. Exact same amount of content, just over the course of 2 weeks as opposed to one episode every 2 weeks.
Are we getting complaints about our social time?
No, we haven't gotten any complaints. But I was just taking sort of a mental inventory of the program. True crime, Ryan. I don't know if you're familiar with the true crime genre.
Love it.
Do you really?
I'm a big Dateline NBC fan.
That checks out, sure.
Keith Morrison. I'm a big Keith Morrison fan.
If you had not already said Dateline, I would have assumed you were talking about the former Gonzaga player with the gross puby mustache.
No.
That's not who. I know that's not who you're talking about now, but I would have assumed that's who you were referring to.
That's a different Morrison, yeah.
Right, yeah, different Morrison, I understand.
Legendary Keith Morrison. But yeah.
But I was listening to another podcast recently, and they were talking about their issues with true crime podcasts and how long it takes to actually get to the real meat and potatoes of what they actually care about. And so I kind of did some soul searching, took some mental inventory of that situation, and I was like, you know what? If I'm really trying to grow the show, want to try and make this more accessible to people, it stands to reason that wrestling fans are going to want to check us out. So, give the people what they want, give them immediate access to those things, which, speaking of growing the show, if you have not already given us a 5-star review on Spotify, well, if you could just take a moment to do that, if Ryan's done it, literally anybody can do it. Hop on your mom's phone, log into her Spotify that she's taken from your sister-in-law, give us 5 stars there. By hook or by crook, make sure that you're getting us those 5-star reviews. But anyway, that's kind of the short version as far as why we're looking to make this pivot, but exact same amount of content as we've always been delivering.
That's a big move.
Yeah, big announcement. Hard mark rumpus time. You would agree that that's better than 2 beers before breakfast, correct, Ryan? We're in agreement on this?
It's just in the works right now, man.
A lot of initial negotiations happening, some big guest
stars.
We
gotta, we put together the groundwork, the foundation, so.
You have a logo yet? That's always the hardest part.
That logo could be really bad.
Just go on Fiverr. It'll be fine.
That'll be a really bad logo, but I'll keep you posted.
Please do. One thing I did want to mention, actually, now that we've got that initial announcement out of the way, which, again, any feedback, send it along. I'm not saying that this is going to be set in stone forever, but I wanted to try it out, see if we could maybe help grow the show that way. Again, that's Hard Mark Rumpus time and the Wrestle Talk. But before we hit the air today here, Ryan, we were talking a little bit about peeing. Specifically, it was concerns that you've had. You're up on crutches now. You're out of the wheelchair, which congratulations for that. But concerns about peeing while on crutches. Is it a balance issue?
So I recently started standing up peeing again, and that was a big moment in my recovery.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have the same toe balance that because it hurts. I have feeling in my toes, but I can feel that it hurts.
Uh-huh.
So I need to work.
So it's just a pain issue then. It's not that you have a lack of balance.
Well, I mean, if you don't have the toe strength, you're gonna teeter a little bit. So, my arms are always out, ready to make sure I don't fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. It's mostly in the. If people want to know, it's mostly in the morning. I'm a little sore in the morning, and then I'm teetering a little bit. Towards the afternoon, I get a little bit more stable on my feet. So
I actually had and this was on my list of conversation topics to bring up to you at some point in time. So it's interesting that you bring this up. Imagine the time before you had broken both of your heels simultaneously.
Right.
If you can. So this is 100% healthy Ryan, ripped to death.
Pinnacle of health.
Yeah, picture of health, exactly. I heard some people talking recently about this topic, about sitting to pee as a man. Ryan's already making a face over there.
No, I think it's a lot more work.
Sitting to pee?
Yeah, it's way awful.
I don't know that it's awful.
If we have the luxury of standing up and peeing, why wouldn't you use it?
That's hard to argue that.
Otherwise, urinals wouldn't have been invented.
What would you say in the before time, the long, long ago, when you were able to stand without weebling and wobbling and teetering and tottering? Percentage-wise, how often were you standing to pee versus sitting to pee?
0.
So you were exclusively standing to pee?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, don't make that face.
Is that surprising?
Well, you're a bastion of masculinity, Ryan, so none of this surprises me. But if I had to think about for myself... Speculatively, I have no hard data for this, but I would have to assume that I was probably right around, I don't know, maybe 70% of the time standing and then 30% a sitting situation.
Oh my God.
Why is that? That doesn't...
30% of the time, Erik.
Yeah.
Are you pooping at the same time? If you're counting that, that's affecting the data, the science.
Well, I think it depends on what your intention is when you're going to sit. What are you trying
strictly
for?
Strictly peeing. I'm talking about strictly peeing.
Okay. What's your question?
You're still 70-30?
Yeah. give or take. It depends on what I have going on, though. Like, so if I'm busy, like if I need to go on like a meeting or if I'm trying to head out, like I'll just stand. You know, there's time's a factor here in this scenario. However, if I have time to just sort of like leisurely go on my phone to give myself a little me time, a little break, then, you know, why not sit down, give yourself that chance to recharge the batteries and then move on with your day after you've had, 5 minutes or so.
Okay. This is shocking news. This is more shocking than splitting up the podcast. Like, I think, okay, so when you're peeing, like, if you have to sit down, like, you have to then, like, tuck it in, you have to do all that work. And there's not time to sit there and really browse. Like, I get, like, browsing your phone. That's great. But, like, there's not time. Like, you're going to pee in, like, 20 seconds. How long does it take you to pee? How much pee are you, like?
I mean, I'm, like, lingering there for a little bit. It's not like I'm just peeing and then immediately getting up.
But why not just go linger in your bed when you're done? Like, go pee and then linger in your bed.
Because I'm trying to start the day, Ryan. I'm not trying to rescind back into bed. That just puts me back at square one. I'm trying to get started and then work my way up from there. So I need to do whatever I can to get the motor running. Now, granted, most mornings I do have to shit. So usually I'm sitting there in preparation of shitting is going to happen.
Yeah. But we're not counting that. Like we already said.
And I understand that, but maybe sometimes I need like a break from work. Maybe I've been working for a few hours. I need to recharge the batteries, kind of take some me time. It's like, it's pampering, Ryan. You strike me as a guy who loves fucking pampering himself. So like, this is just my way of giving myself a little bit of pamper.
This is incredible. Like, I've never heard of this in my entire...
You've never heard of this?
Unheard of.
Of someone sitting to pee leisurely?
Eric, you could just go pee and then go sit on the couch for 10 minutes. Why would you sit on the toilet? The toilet's not even comfortable. Like, that's where you choose to sit.
That's nature's way of telling you it's time to then move on to the next part of your day.
Eric, I just broke both my heels. And the best thing about the recovery has been to stand up and pee. Like, that has been the best part. And I endured some pain doing that. I may have, like, more fractures in my foot because I've been doing that, because I need to stand to pee. Like, and you just do this, like.
I can't help but feel like part of this is toxic masculinity, Ryan.
It's not at all. I think everyone should have the ability to pee standing up. That would be amazing, right? But
so it's a freedom issue.
Totally. It's not. I don't think sitting down to pee what am I? I don't think it's unmasculine to sit down and pee. I just think that because we have that option, you should utilize that option. It's like
I do 70% of the time.
But that's very low.
That's not low. It's over half.
That's very low. That you should put out a poll on this podcast and just see what you get, and you're gonna find out that is. Unless I'm totally fucking wrong, but I can't imagine. Like, peeing's the thing I just want to get done. I hate, like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, fuck, I have to pee. I don't want to go to the bathroom. I don't want to sit in a cold bathroom on a cold toilet.
Sure.
Like, I want to be in and out. Like, I want to be in, pee, and then come back.
I can't help but feel like at least a portion of your answer that you're giving right now is because historically you've been a very frequent peer.
No. Sometimes, no, Eric.
You talked on the program previously how you were having to, in the past, maybe not right now, but in the past, having to go pee 4, 5, 6 times at night. So in that scenario,
yes.
I'd probably be doing the same thing as you are, where it's just like, yeah, I don't want to sit down like a leisurely gentleman, and I just want to get it over with. It
doesn't matter. That plays zero role in this, Eric. Eric, it's fine that you sit and pee. It is. It's okay. Like, I'm not upset with you. I'm just shocked that this is, I'm just surprised that, like, I really thought when you were going to be like probably like 96% of the time I stand, and I was like, that's fucking like pretty low.
96 out of 100 times?
And then you said 70, like,
yeah.
Eric, I have never sat down to pee. I've heard some stuff on Reddit where they talk about, saying, so maybe it's a thing, but like, and maybe in my life, maybe I've tried it, like once just peeing. I don't know if I have, but.
You don't know that you've ever sat to pee?
I don't think I've ever sat down to go pee. Like,
That's shocking to me! That's my biggest takeaway from all this is that you don't know that you've ever sat down to pee.
I might have, and but I can't think of a good reason why I would have, unless I was just people say you should try to sit down and pee, and I'm like, maybe I should try. But I don't remember it. I don't recall it. If I did it, I was only once. It's just so interesting. I don't hate you for this. I'm not debating you, man. I'm not saying, hey, Erik, that's fuck. I'm just saying that's shocking. I'm very surprised that anyone who has the ability to stand up and pee would not take advantage of it almost 100% of the time.
So what is this hypothetical poll that you're suggesting?
I'm just didn't you have a poll that who pees in? You're a weird peer. You pee in pools, you sit down and pee. It's a weird fucking thing that you do. So maybe put out another. To be fair,
I don't sit down to pee in a pool.
Do you have a fucking chair shower? Do you also sit down in the shower, Erik?
I would if I could.
Yeah, okay. At the doctor, they've been you should get a chair. I'm like, how the fuck do you want me to get, I guess you just buy one, but I don't know. I mean, you don't even have a removable shower head. I do here. Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
I do here.
Why was that not the first thing you told me when you first moved in there? After all the shit that I gave you about having a dirty butt.
But again, that's another thing. It's you can clean yourself thoroughly without a fucking removable shower head, in your ass, Erik.
Debatable.
All right, I know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So this poll, what are you proposing here?
Put brackets and put but start it really high, Erik. Be 99 to 100 would be probably pretty common. Uh-huh. And then
95 to 90% is the next bracket.
Break it down whatever you want after that, because it's going to be very low. I have to, unless I'm completely misled on my whole life. I can't imagine. This is crazy news.
I'm shocked that you're so shocked. I just assumed that most guys, on occasion, would enjoy a leisurely sit on the toilet, eat a Fig Newton while sitting on the can.
I don't eat in the bathroom. God damn it, Erik.
I don't actually do that, for the record.
You eat Fig Newtons in the bathroom, don't you? You bring Fig Newtons in and you have a snack while you're peeing and sitting down, and browsing Reddit.
I've not eaten a Fig Newton in decades, for the record.
That's... Okay. You're making this about Fig Newtons now. It's about eating it and sitting down.
I know by the time I'm saying this would have already happened, so apologize in advance, but if you come to my Vegas hotel room at the Flamingo, I will have Fig Newtons there waiting for you in the bathroom. But you have to sit to eat them. You can't stand.
But there's going to be a bunch of them gone because you've been eating them.
Well, I mean, let's say that you're going to eat a Fig Newton, right, while standing up. You're going to get pee splashback on your Fig Newton while you're eating it, which is gross. But if you're sitting, all the pee goes back into your own butt. And so then you're eating a clean Fig Newton.
I hate you.
It's a foolproof idea. Nothing I said was wrong.
See, now, I wasn't upset about you with the peeing sitting down. I'm upset about you with the Fig Newtons in the bathroom,
I have never eaten a Fig Newton in the bathroom. I don't want this rumor to get started
Erik,
here.
You brought it up. All right. I'm just here to,
So stupid.
God.
Anything else around this topic, Ryan, we should get into?
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay, we'll move on.
But my mind's going to be focused on this the rest of the podcast. I don't know how I'm going to get out of my head.
That's fine, whatever.
Yeah. 70-30,
70% of the time. That's taking advantage of male convenience 70% of the time. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The other 30%, treat yourself.
I'm curious to see how this poll turns out.
I'm pretty sure 70-30 is pretty accurate. It may be as high as 80-20. Once out of every 5 or 6 times, I'm probably sitting down to pee.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe I should have a little tally system where I'm putting down little hash marks or whatever, and so that way we actually have some scientific data to back this up.
You should call someone right now and ask them. Just anybody, anywhere, whatever your phone lands on, and just fucking see.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. I just don't want to pull somebody out of the blue.
Yeah.
We should use somebody who, a friend of the show, Tony Tate.
Yes, I think that's a great call.
So I've never done this before, and I don't know how this is going to work. I'll put it on speaker so the Markomaniacs can hear them too, hopefully. So let's call Tony right now. You hear that okay?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yep.
Hello, Tony Tate.
Hello?
Let me put you on speakerphone here.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, not much. You are on episode 53 live and in living color of the Hard Mark Podcast.
Oh, fantastic.
Glad to have you back on. Been too long.
Glad to be back. This is wonderful. What's going on today? What's the topic?
So, Ryan requested that we get an impartial person to sort out a question between the two of us.
Oh, great. I'm not Indian.
Jury's still out on that. You strike me as a progressive individual.
Okay, that's...
Yeah, masculine, but not obsessed with his own masculinity. You get what I'm saying here. You know, you're not obsessed with showing the world how strong and how tough you are.
Absolutely. Nailed it.
What would you say percentage-wise? Would you say that you sit to pee versus stand to pee?
Oh, probably like 99% of the time standing.
Ooh. Have you given this any thought, any reason why?
No, it's just kind of how I go. But at night, sometimes, you just don't want to turn on the light or you don't want to hear it all out. You just kind of sit down and go. It's nice and easy.
You know what? I'm the exact same way. If it's nighttime and it's dark out, I will sit to pee so that way I don't make a mess.
Shut up, Erik.
Do you think it's still, with that in mind, still 99% of the time, or do you think it's maybe closer down to 90? I mean, you're a new dad. You just want to take advantage of all the sleep that you can get.
97%.
97.
Still mainly. I mean, I sleep through the night. I'm a pretty good sleeper, so I'm not waking up to pee at night.
You're
very
impacting
often.
the science, Erik. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go 97%.
Perfect. I appreciate you taking the call. We just wanted to get a live sort of scientific breakdown of this. I think you've been very beneficial. I appreciate your assistance.
Absolutely, and I'd love to solve any future disputes. I know all the right answers.
All right, I'll let you go. Thanks, man.
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
Yep, talk to you later. Bye.
Tony Tate is a great guy. Tony Tate's a great man. Like,
I also messaged Devin Coyle while we were on the phone with Tony just then. I think he tried calling me. I should try and call him back, probably. Yeah.
I heard the beep. Everyone just call Devin. Yeah.
Are you meaning to call me?
Yes, you're live on the Hard Mark Podcast.
Oh yeah, I am.
Episode 53. Have you been listening to it?
No, but I saw the picture of Ryan today.
He and I are having a discussion about sitting versus standing to pee.
All right.
Percentage-wise, where would you say you fall of standing versus sitting to pee? Exclusively pee, no poop, just peeing.
I mean, there's not really a question. I would never sit to pee unless I also had shit.
But have you sat to pee before?
I would say the only time I sat to pee was when I thought I had the shit, but I didn't.
That's a classy response. What if it was dark and you don't want to turn the light on?
Why would I need to? Why would I need to sit? I don't understand. I can't think of any reason why I would need to sit.
Well, because it's dark and you don't want to turn the light on to wake yourself up. You're in sleep mode, and you want to pee in the bowl. You don't want to make a mess that you have to clean up because then you're even more awake.
Yeah, but my bathroom isn't it's not pitch black. There's ambient light coming from
In every bathroom you've ever lived in?
Enough, but no, I just turn the light on.
Then you're awake.
And I go right back to bed. I'm a good sleeper.
Fine, that's all I wanted.
That's all you wanted?
Yes, that's literally all that I wanted.
All right, well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Bye. That wasn't very fruitful, was it?
For you.
I've never seen you giggle harder than watching your face as I was on the phone with them.
God. It's not that I wanted you to be wrong, Erik. I just knew you were wrong. That was it. I didn't want you to lose this. I just wanted you to hear See,
Tony made a really great point that I hadn't even thought of, which is nighttime peeing. We're talking 2, 3 in the morning. You don't want to turn the light on to wake yourself up. You also don't want to pee all over the floor.
No, Erik. Here's what happens, and I've done this. I go. You're right. There's a light issue, right? 3 in the morning. You don't want to turn the light on. It wakes you up. I agree with that. But
sure.
You just go for it, and then you just grab a little bit of toilet paper and you wipe the rib if you missed. That's it. It takes That's it.
Yep. No.
That's it. That's
bad.
it, Eric.
No.
You just clean it up and then...
The moment you start cleaning, you're awake. There has to be the absolute minimal amount of effort given to pee so you're not waking yourself up. You're in like a half sleep mode.
It's more effort to like sit down on an ice cold toilet, Eric. You live in Washington. It's ice cold. Like that's going to wake you up.
You haven't even lived in Nevada for a year yet, okay? Don't play the Washington card on me.
It's cold as fuck, all right? You sit down, you tuck yourself in, you pee, then you're awake. You know, you're not, you've changed your motions too. You're not standing anymore. You have to walk through the bathroom. Now you're sitting and you have to like get back up. Eric, it's just not feasible what you're saying. Like what you're saying is just incorrect. And we've heard it from the audience now. Like you got Tony to drop his percent by 2. And it was at 99, but you altered the fucking it was 99 initially, Eric.
And to be fair, all the people that we contacted today, they're a little bit younger than me. I think that with age comes wisdom. You start to take advantage of the simple pleasures in life of sitting to pee and other things. Man. You know, everybody we've talked to today, they're hotshot lawyers and attorneys trying to prove themselves and, you know, cock of the walk type of shit. Simple pleasures like the love of a good woman, some mashed potatoes with sour cream and chives, and sitting to pee. Mm-hmm. All the best things in life are free, everybody, okay? Sleep with a pillow between your legs so you don't squish your balls.
I can get on board with that, Eric. It's just the sitting down to pee that I can't, like, understand. Like, 30% of the time, man. Like,
give it a couple more years, Ryan. You'll come around.
Right, well, we'll circle back.
Once your toes have stopped healing the way, and you're like, I don't know if this is going to work the way that I planned on it.
Eric, even if I fall over, all right.
You'll pistol over yourself. We should probably move on. I think we've spent a good enough amount of time on this subject. Markomaniacs, you're welcome to chime in, but we'll proceed along. This is definitely more time than I expected we were going to devote to this subject. I saw something recently, Ryan, and you're still not on Facebook, correct?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't use Facebook.
So Facebook recently, and they probably did this back when you were still a patron of their services, occasionally they'll give you suggestions of different groups that they recommend. I don't know what this is based around. Maybe it's certain browsing habits, which that could paint me into a weird spot with what I'm about to tell you, but who knows? But groups. And let me show you this group that I received a prompt to join. Clown Girl Honk Heaven. This is real. Okay, so I found it here. I guess other people have also on the internet been getting this too. It's a fairly robust community these days. It's got a little cute girl clown.
Wow.
Clown Girl Honk Heaven.
Yeah.
32,000 members. I have no idea what it is.
Is it like a fetish thing? Like,
so now I'm not sure if I looked up something that put me on like a list, like a clown girl list, but it's a private group, so I can't really see that much about it. Okay, so this is actually further than I've gotten before. I'm looking at their rules for their group. Oh, now they're up to 105,000 members.
Wow.
If anyone with delicate sensibilities listening right now, you may want to take a break, just based on what I'm seeing so far. The group was formed by Cummy the Clown.
Yeah, there you go. There's your answer.
It's located in Honk Hill, New York.
They have like a yearly meetup you could go to and like check it out.
I think maybe. I don't know. I think it's just a virtual thing, though. Oh, gosh. All right, here's some rules. Would you care to hear the rules here, Ryan?
Oh, let me bust out the rules.
I'm still fairly certain it's just a fetish clown thing, but
yeah,
I'll read through it. You can be the judge on the determinator on this thing. Group rule number 1. We are the sister group of Clown Girl Honk Posting. For all general clownery, please join that group. This one is our Clown Girl Purist group for the original members of Honk Posting before it became Honk Hell.
Yeah, every big group goes through that.
So, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but it sounds like there was an original group of Clown Girl Honk posters. I think they got too far away from what the original vision of their honk posting was going to be, so now we have this other group which then sprang out of the ashes of the original one, Clown Girl Honk Heaven.
Right. New mods.
Right. Rule number 2, keep it honk. Honk only, please. Makeup looks, outfits, and performance are allowed as long as it's obvious clown material. Rule number 3, cute and funny honks. Sorry, no scary honks or thirst trap honks.
Oh.
You don't have to be G-rated, but clowning honks must be the center of your post. So, like, I guess no sexy honks?
Yeah, I mean, that's surprising in this group.
Right, I agree.
Like they would, try to be pulling those in.
It's undermining what I thought Cummy the Clown's vision was for this whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a bunch more rules here. I'm just going to skip down. Rule 8, clown girls are for honking. Be nice to honks, don't be a dick, and don't be excessively horny.
You should join this group, Eric. Have you been, have they invited you, or is it just a recommendation?
I don't think anyone I'm connected with personally has joined Clown Girl Honk Heaven yet. Although maybe after this airs, that'll change. If anyone is interested, you can find them on Facebook.
Yeah.
I also saw some tweets about other people who had received similar sorts of suggestions around Clown Girl Honk Heaven as well.
Yeah, no,
I think Reddit also, unsurprisingly, has a Clown Girl.
It's probably hornier than the other Facebook group,
In fact, I'm looking at this now.
There's probably thirst trap girls allowed.
I don't know that I would want to go down this rabbit hole too much further, to be honest. To be honest.
Okay, I think you stay up to date.
I'll make sure that the Markomaniacs are abreast of any honking moving forward. Speaking of updates, any Ryan's Dream Journal to speak of?
Fuck. So it's weird. Like, I've been having again vivid dreams, but I can't remember. I don't know what happened, Eric. And this happened. This was prior to breaking my feet. It's not a breaking my foot issue. This is slowly. Now I'm not even. I'm going to bed at 10:30, 11 because I know I'm just not going to get the same dream quality.
Because previously you were going to bed 11:30 or not 11:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock or so.
I was just ready to go to bed. I was tired. I was maybe I don't know what it is, but last night I had a weird dream. You were and I do remember you were partially in it. This
happened last night?
Last night, yeah. I think to vaguely recall, we were going to podcast and I fell asleep, and then it was an hour after we were supposed to start, and I was like, "Fuck, my bad," and I knew.
And then Dream Erik was pissed.
Yeah, a little bit pissed. And that's really, but there was more to it again, and I just can't fully recall what it was about. But a lot of things going on in the moment, and I just I've been having a hard time recalling, and it's a bummer. I will promise when I have something good to bring, and I can remember, I will have it. I'll have it ready to go. But it's something changed, man.
Something changed about your body and your mind. Well, we'll get to the bottom of it one of these days. One last thing I'll bring up before we get into the wrestle talk. This will just be kind of your platform. Maybe you'll have something, maybe you won't. I don't know. Ryan Murphy, when you were growing up, a young lad, did you ever receive the birds and the bees talk?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who administered that? Was it your mother or your father?
My mom did.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, my mom did. We were at my grandparents' house.
We're talking about the Butcher grandparents?
Yeah, at Magnolia over the Puget Sound.
Looking over the Puget Sound, mom's hand on your shoulder.
Oh, God, it was.
How old were you?
I think I was in 5th grade.
That's about. Yeah, that's usually when those conversations happen.
Yeah. It was
before you started dating your own cousin.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's yet to be confirmed.
For the record.
Yeah, no, it was.
Do you recall any details or no?
Yeah, no, it totally stands out. I hated it. It was. I get that kids don't want to talk to their parents about that, and it's people always oh, because I don't know if you remember as a kid people talked about when they had the talk,
Yes.
And
I was deathly terrified of receiving the talk.
Right, everyone was, and then I knew I was having the fucking talk, and it was very it was very much I don't know how we went into it we're just kind of gonna have the talk, and my mom was super sweet about it. It was very, she was super sweet. I'm sure it was just as awkward for her, but fuck, no one likes that conversation. It should just be it should be stopped. I really think that it just let this stop. This has to not be a thing. It's awkward.
Is this your advice to parents? Like, hey, just don't talk to your kids about this ever.
I learned everything I knew about sex, in other ways. And now especially that was in how old was I? 2001. I don't know.
Right. Sure.
So now everyone has phones, and they're gonna learn about sex anyway. I did think my friend had told me in third grade that a vagina was called a vagina with a B, and that got corrected. But aside from there was just again, my mom was very delicate and sweet about the whole thing, but not a fun conversation that I would ever recommend to any. I think it just learn from your friends, even though that's the worst way to learn, and you'll maybe replace a V with a B, that's okay. You'll
get there.
You'll get there. Yeah, but yeah, definitely, yeah, I did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think my parents actually had that conversation with me at any point.
Oh, really? Yeah, well,
it was just this sort of Damocles that was hovering over my head at any given point in time, and I was just like, "Oh, is today going to be the day?"
You have to try to avoid it. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Any solo place with your parents, you try to oh fuck
right. Yeah, exactly.
It's a weird period in life. It is it's a weird where this is kids know it's coming, and like I said. I know it's just as bad for maybe it's not just as bad, but it's not maybe it's fun for them. Maybe they're just fuck it, I don't know,
maybe, yeah.
But I just know I tried to avoid it for a long time, but I got it. I don't know if fifth grade's early, it's probably right on time,
Yeah, I mean, fifth grade, when the schools usually do their kind of sex ed curriculum,
right,
I think.
Right, that was the same, yeah.
Around that time.
And that was the thing, so we're doing the sex ed talks, in school. We did them, and, I just remember, giggling, the whole time. It was, because we were with our friends, and it was just, there's, and, and then you had the girls separated from the boys, and then, we'd go back to my house and we'd hang out and there was girls and we'd be like, what the fuck, what did you guys learn? If we wanted to know,
swap secrets
on their end. Yeah, exactly. And that's how you learn. Just stop with the whole, don't make fifth to seventh grade, a lot of tension, with kids. That's just very stressful. High blood pressure,
high blood. Yeah. A lot of fifth graders worried about that.
Yeah. So
that's an interesting stance to take, Ryan. I mean, we do have parents that listen to the program here and there. It stands to reason. I mean, if kids, when they finally get some technology, a phone, a tablet, etc., something capable of accessing, TikTok, whatever. I mean, they're probably going to be exposed to those things. But you're holding fast that no, those conversations should not take place.
It's something you just learned, and again, it had nothing to do with how the talk was. It's just so fucking awkward, and you're going to right now, I didn't have a cell phone, right? That I didn't even have really that good of internet in fifth grade. I didn't start looking at porn until I was in seventh grade, so I
yeah, we've established your porn habits, you filthy little kid.
So, but now, holy shit, you get, you said, you connect to the internet, you're going to learn about sex, and it's just going to happen. You're just going to learn about it.
But don't you think it'd be better getting that information coming from the parents as opposed to just whatever kids drag up on the internet?
What are they going to say? You're not having sex in fifth grade, most people. Most people are not having sex in fifth grade. Most kids. And I think
a lot of people are concerned that it's going to distort kids' sort of opinions, their views on sex, and so they want to try and get ahead of it before, they start getting those weird misconceptions about it.
For sure. And I think that's that's totally reasonable, and that probably needs to be discussed, but I think that discussion, and probably a lot of people disagree with this, but that should be probably held in the public schools, hey, this is a new concept that is real life now, that you are exposed very early to all, and it's just there, you can't get away from it. Sex is just out there, one click away, and it's just, I think the school should handle they've been doing it and teach kids that that's not and I'm not saying parents can't talk about it. It was the thing, right? We didn't have all this stuff, so the parents talked about it, and I just think it should be like, I think it should be brought up in the public schools that this is not real. Like, parents should maybe control access at a young age to like what kids can view on their cell phones. Like, I'm not a censorship. I'm just saying, like, in 5th grade, Dan, like, maybe you shouldn't have all the porn at your fingertips, you know, like, right? Like maybe that's bad, cause it's,
sure.
So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I guess it's person to person, but I think it should be like taught by the public schools with your peers, and like you learn that way.
And there you have it. But, as of next episode, which again will be coming out in another 2 weeks, very first inaugural episode of Hard Mark Rumpus Time. Be on the lookout for a brand new segment, Ask the Talent, where we find people who are in need of advice, whether it be romantic advice, making dreams come true for all the Markomaniacs and other people. You know, getting Ryan's wisdom, his wisdom shrub, growing out and getting it really worldwide. I think a worldwide shrub. From young Master Murphy. But should we get into the wrestle talk here today?
Let's do it, Erik.
All right, Ryan, my friend. Let's venture back to the wide world of TNT Wrestling, your favorite, WCW. We're going to check in on them, as well as their adversaries, their opponents in the nWo, and all the folks that make up those warring factions. So when we last saw a WCW match, it was the War Games, a 4 versus 4 match with 2 rings trapped within a steel cage. It was brutal. It was vicious. Ryan really didn't like it and is currently sitting at the top of our bad section. I'm sure, Ryan, you recall this match from our time together a few episodes ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, probably the most notable event from that match was everything that went down with Sting. So the nWo had actually brought in their own fake version of Sting, which fooled the rest of the WCW team into thinking that the real Sting had sold out to the nWo. So once the real Sting showed up, he kicked the nWo's ass to prove a point, and then he immediately exited the arena, which left WCW at a numbers disadvantage and caused them to lose the War Games. Following that, Sting declared himself a free agent. No attachments to WCW or the nWo. Sting vowed that he would stick by those that were loyal to him, and he would continue to watch from a distance as those events unfolded in WCW. And quite a few events would actually take place over the coming months. A man that we've seen quite a few times on the program by the name of Roddy Piper. He would emerge onto the WCW scene out to settle the score with his old rival, Hulk Hogan. The two would battle off and on over the course of the next year, both claiming to be the true icon of professional wrestling. Also, along with Piper's arrival, the head of WCW, a man by the name of Eric Bischoff, would betray WCW, and it was revealed that he had actually been working for the nWo all along, providing an explanation as to how and why the members of the nWo had been continually featured on WCW programming. Additionally, Macho Man Randy Savage, a man who had been frequently targeted by attacks from the nWo, was fired by Eric Bischoff. In the subsequent months, Savage would eventually join the nWo, prescribing to the theory that if you can't beat him, join him. He, along with about a dozen or so others, would help to grow the ranks of the nWo to make them an even more dangerous force. So, with this flurry of activity within WCW, Sting began to slowly change. The classic Sting was effectively dead. No more bleach blonde crew cut, no more colorful face paint, no more playing to the crowd. Instead, Sting's natural dark hair began to grow out, his face paint became ghostly white with black streaks around his lips and eyes, and he would begin to lurk in the rafters of the arenas in a black trench coat holding a black baseball bat. Because of this change in attire, the nWo yet again claimed that Sting was with them as he was sporting their black and white colors and was occasionally even seen standing silently amidst their ranks. But his behavior seemed to imply otherwise, as we will see in this clip from the January 6th episode of WCW Monday Nitro.
The Giant Wiz in the building.
And look at Hogan retreat. Look at Hogan retreat.
Yeah, get behind him. He can't fight him off all the time, or can he? The numbers are brutal. Too much for the Giant. Shots to the back with that steel chair.
So we just saw Sting and the Giant and the nWo and a guy who I was not expecting you to think much of, but Eric Bischoff. Big Eric Bischoff fan over here.
I am. I like his style.
You like his moves. You know, he's got a great look. And so with all these combustible elements in play, a match was made for Uncensored 1997 to take place on March 16th, 1997 in Charleston, South Carolina. Any weird things about Charleston that you have? I respect South Carolina. Any particular reason why you have such respect for the great state of South Carolina?
I'd go to South Carolina. Fuck yeah! Like I'd be.
I bet you would.
Better than North Carolina. Like,
well, listen to the disrespect of Michael Jordan, his alma mater. So this match is going to be pitting three different factions against one another in an attempt to incentivize a winner. So kind of similar to the match that we watched a few episodes ago for episode 50, where it was a kind of three-team ladder match. This is going to be similar. So again, you do not have 50-50 odds. It is going to be three different teams. You got to pick the winner between the three.
Every time you're just making it more difficult to like get a win, to get a W on here. Like, you know what you're doing.
Just another day in the life for Ryan. Whole world's out to get you. So our first team, Team WCW, is comprised of Lex Luger. We've seen him a couple times more recently in these WCW episodes. He has long, flowing, beautiful blonde hair, big muscle man. We also have the Giant from the clip that we just saw. He was not the real son of Andre the Giant, but he was promoted as such at one point in time. And then the Steiner brothers, who hold the dubious distinction of being our last place match of all time. Now, if Team WCW wins, if those four men, if they win this match, the nWo would then be stripped of all championships, and its members would not be allowed to wrestle for the next 3 years. So some pretty high stakes there if Team WCW wins.
Why would... So they just agree to that in the terms of the match?
The nWo?
Yeah, that was an agreement that they had?
Yes. But each of these three groups have their own sort of like benefit, have their own incentive to win. Yeah. So like the nWo, if they win, then they also get something that's pretty cool. So like they're incentivized to, sort of gamble in that way. Which, speaking of Team nWo, they are comprised of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man Randy Savage, Kevin Nash, former Tennessee Volunteer, we've seen him a couple times now, and Scott Hall, who's actually part of our number one match of all time, the ladder match. They are all men we've seen multiple times. Now, if the team that's representing the nWo wins, they earn the right to challenge for any WCW championship anytime that they want. It's also worth noting that the Hulkster is rumored that he's actually going to be joined by some backup for this match in the form of the newest nWo recruit, the Chicago Bulls, Dennis Rodman, who they lovingly refer to as the real Hot Rod, as a shot at Roddy Piper. So it sounds like we may be getting a little cameo from the Worm, and I'm not talking about Ryan's pee-pee. Were you a Dennis Rodman fan growing up?
Absolutely. I had all his pogs.
All the Rodman pogs. Were you a Spurs Rodman guy or a Bulls Rodman guy?
Chicago Bulls.
Nah, I could.
My dad really liked him because he's a great rebounder, so I was like, oh, fuck yeah, like that guy, I gotta respect that guy.
Were the Sonics your favorite team?
So, the Sonics were my team, but, I also, I don't think any kid in the United States was not a Chicago Bulls fan growing up. I agree. Honestly. If anyone watched basketball, I think everyone was a Chicago Bulls fan when Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman were playing,
Especially when Michael came back, and, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the second
great
repeat.
Fuck the Jazz. I just... Fuck them, that was the team. I played basketball in the backyard and just beat anybody but the Jazz and just beat them. So
fucking Stockton.
Fucking Stockton Malone. Like, yeah.
And the last team that we're going to be having in our match here today is Team Piper. So, unsurprisingly, it is captained by Roddy Piper. He is alongside members of Ric Flair's Four Horsemen. So, Ric Flair's actually injured right now, but he told Piper, he's like, hey, we're tight, we're buddies. You can have any member of the Four Horsemen that will participate in this match on your behalf. They'll try and win that match for you. And so, alongside Roddy Piper, we've got Chris Benoit, Steve McMichael, and Jeff Jarrett. So we've actually never seen any of these men yet. The very short description, and then if you have any questions around any of them, I'll just give you a kind of brief overview of each of them. Jeff Jarrett, he's a second-generation wrestler. I would say the majority of his career, most fans didn't really like him at all. He was very disliked for most of his career because he came off kind of dumb looking. He tended to just be always very featured on TV, but he just kind of looked stupid and didn't really ever have a character or gimmick that resonated with people much. I sounds like I'm shitting on him. I'm really not trying to, but that's just my takeaway of Jeff Jarrett. We've also got Steve Mongo McMichael. He's a former Super Bowl winner with the Chicago Bears from their glory days in the 1980s. So he, won a Super Bowl. I think he's actually a former Pro Bowler actually as well. And then the final member is Chris Benoit, and not that we really need to get too in the weeds on this topic, but I would say Benoit's probably most well known for his double murder-suicide in 2007, which is about 10 years after this match.
Oh.
Has that come across your radar? Is that something that it was fairly notable major news at the time?
No, it didn't, but is there a Netflix documentary about it?
There was a Dark Side of the Ring episode about it.
Okay.
Which was actually pretty depressing.
Was CTE like type of damage? Like,
it seems like the reason behind it was a combination of brain injuries, a number of concussions, etc. He was also struggling with a lot of depression. He also had done a fair amount of drugs, steroids specifically, during his career. So I think it was kind of a cocktail of all these different items combined into one thing, and then eventually just kind of snapped and kind of made national news at the time that it happened back in 2007. But this is, again, about 10 years or so prior to that taking place that this match here today is going to be happening in.
Can you, one more time, give me the recap of all the teams? You have Piper, WCO, and then...
So we've got WCW, which is Luger, Giant, and the Steiner brothers. We've got the nWo, which is Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash. And then we've got Team Piper, which is Piper, and then the Four Horsemen guys. And we haven't mentioned it, but if Team Piper wins, then Roddy Piper, he gets a steel cage match against Hulk Hogan at the time and place of his choosing. So that's the incentive if he wins.
All right, a lot of line.
And so all those are the stakes.
But there's a lot of big names in this. Like, this is a big match, like I assume. Like,
yeah, it's a pretty big name match overall, I would say. Yeah, definitely. I think you'll find, as far as the wrestling is concerned, it's not great. It's kind of a clusterfuck, to be perfectly honest. The rules are a little confusing. I'll just quickly explain it to you. I'm sure you'll have questions, but there's going to be members of each team that will enter every couple of minutes. Eliminations can happen via pinfall, submission, or by getting thrown over the top rope and then landing on the floor.
I like that.
So once all your opponents have been eliminated, the last team with at least one member left remaining, they win the match. So you could very easily argue this is going to be kind of a similar clusterfuck to the last WCW match that we saw, and you would probably be right. Again, I don't think you are going to like this match very much, if I had to guess.
That's a bummer. But if they pin someone, do they just get them out? Do they just take them? They roll them out.
Yeah, they're supposed to roll out of the ring and get the hell out of there.
I don't know, Erik, why you think I wouldn't like this match. So far, it sounds like pretty awesome. Like, I've got it.
I mean, there's a lot of big names. It's kind of hard to follow just because there's so many people in and around the match. I mean, you'll see it soon enough. I could be wrong. Maybe you'll love it. I mean, you tend to do the exact opposite, but generally speaking, it seems like in the past, you've always more appreciated the one-on-one matches, and this is just very much not that.
I'm up for anything, Erik. My mind is ready to absorb anything at it.
Well, Ryan's current record is 32-26. We had our first draw last episode, which I don't know that I want to bring that up because he was very upset about it.
Jesus Christ.
between Kenny Omega and Haruka. Last thing here, wrestling with the data before we watch our match. The average ranking of WCW matches currently is 34. So we've watched a total of 59 matches. This will be our 60th. WCW is currently ranked 34, so a little bit under the halfway point. And then 4 of our bottom 8 matches are WCW matches. So, all right, let's go ahead. We'll take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll give you our thoughts on Team WCW, Team nWo, and Team Roddy Piper at Uncensored 1997 in Charleston. We'll be right back. Thanks.
Man, I'm going to tell you, people are standing everywhere. This thing is broken loose. There's police, there's guards, there's things happening everywhere. Piper, they're fighting for his life. Luger in there by himself just got nailed on the outside by Hollywood. Hulk Hogan.
And the belt, Hogan will put the belt back on the shoulder of Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
But don't forget, Luger is still in this. He's still in it.
Dennis Rodman. Unbelievable.
I knew he'd do something. I knew he'd do something.
He eliminated Piper.
Think of that. The icon of this sport is eliminated by Dennis Rodman. Luger's in bad shape.
Sure he is. He's in a bad space.
You know, basically with 4 guys, make it 5. They can do anything they want.
Anything.
Sure they can.
Luger mounting a comeback.
There you go. Go with it. Go with it.
Incredible second win.
Stand up.
Lex Luger, that we all know, he's racked the Macho Man.
Yes,
got him up.
get him loose from
He's
there.
got him up.
And Macho Man has given up. He's out.
There's one down. He's going to rack Hall.
He's going to rock Hall.
He's got him up.
He's got him up. It's over.
Go for it.
Can he rack Hogan with Rodman out there?
He's got Hogan in the rack. He's got Hogan in the rack.
Man.
And Luger got sprayed in the eyes, I believe.
Rodman passed something to Macho
1,
Man.
2, 3. The nWo wins.
Lex Luger is eliminated. The winner,
The Savage.
last man standing, the nWo New World Order.
Oh my! Sting! Sting!
Sting is here.
Sting from the top! Come on, man!
Battle up.
Play your cards! Yes! All right! Go with it!
Stay with the bat. He's got everybody.
Yes! All hell is broken loose and uncensored. And hell brought with him a baseball bat.
And points
Get him in there.
right at one man. He's pointing at you, Hulk Hogan.
What an entrance.
We gotta go. Good night from Charleston.
Get him, Rodman. Get him out of here. Run.
All right, we're back. We just watched Team Piper, Team nWo, Team WCW. What did you think of the match, Ryan?
I kind of liked it.
Okay, all right. I was so certain that you were not going to like it. Are you just doing this intentionally to like rub me the wrong way? Is that what's happening right now?
I think, okay. I think you shouldn't have said anything in the beginning of the match. That was a mistake. And that might have influenced my, but like the crowd was into it.
Yeah.
It had a lot of big names, storylines, like
Dennis Rodman.
My guy. So it had a lot going on. Like the match was very hard to follow.
Yeah.
Very difficult, like to track, but a lot of chaos in there. And hate it. So
Well, I guess we'll see where it ranks in just a little bit. Let's go to the notes on this match. We've been seeing a lot of Michael Buffer, beautiful hair.
yeah,
He always seems to have to explain the most complicated rules of all time every time we see him.
he did a pretty good job. I think if you were following it, it made a lot of sense. He quickly explained like what the stakes were for the match,
And more importantly, great hair.
great hair, greatest.
So then, of course, we get the Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I won't say it out loud so we don't get sued. And our first entrant is Chris Benoit representing Team Roddy Piper. And we'll just kind of do a quick overview. I'll just throw out each guy. Give me any thoughts you have. Any thoughts on Chris Benoit? You said his face looked like a little person's face?
He looks very small. Like he looks like he should be like 4'10", not 5'10".
He is in there with men that are well over 6 feet, like between 6 and 7 feet. So that doesn't, help.
Yeah, but even like when he walked up alone, he looked tiny. He's got a tiny looking face. Like,
yeah.
It's.
I think what it is he actually has a very long torso if you look at just his body as a whole, and he has short legs for his frame. So I think that also maybe is part of what it is that you're seeing there.
And again, I don't want to make this the focus, but he has a face that looks like a face of someone who's not like, 5'3", very shorter person. Like
a little person. That's the official term. Just say little person.
Just cut that out. Like, I don't want to be like, okay, but yes, it's a short, it's his face. It's not his torso or whatever. It's just his face looks like he's a little person.
I don't know what you mean when you're talking about his face.
It does. Like, if you looked at that and you're like, he's walking in like, oh, this is one of those fights. Like,
Do you not realize... Hold on. Okay, really quick. Do you not realize that little person is the actual term you're supposed to say?
But like, okay. Little person even sounds like more offensive to me than like, any other term. Like, if I would not like to be called a little person. Like, I don't know. Like, I know that's the thing, but like, maybe they come with a better word for it for people like you don't have a...
I mean, it's not our job. It's society. And I mean, maybe that'll change again in the future, but right now it's little person, Ryan. Just come to terms with it.
Little person? That's what they've decided they wanted to be like called? Little person? Oh, you're a little person.
I thought you just said you knew this was the term.
No, I do. I'm just saying, like, if I say it...
You're taking umbrage with society at large now.
I'm just, like... Would you want to be called a little person, Eric? Like, if you're just... That's who you are? Like, you're a little person? Like...
I don't know. I'll call you a lazy person.
Lazy's... Like, that's my choice.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to get you a Garfield shirt that says that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what, yeah, but we can move on. Yeah.
All right, we'll move along from your abstract thoughts on Chris Benoit. Next, we have Scott Hall representing the nWo. Any thoughts?
Barely remember Scott Hall. Yeah, the giant.
Really cool guy, hairy chest, long hair. I mean, he just looks like the fucking coolest dude in the world. Toothpick. He's actually, as mentioned earlier, part of our number one ranked match of all time. So we should probably,
Yeah, he was the guy who looked tiny compared to the giant.
Yeah, but anybody would.
Yeah.
Which actually brings us to the giant. Any thoughts on the giant?
He was out quick.
Yeah, he was out quick.
He really played like no role in this match, except for he was started in the match.
I think you were mad about his lack of strategy. Couple points where he had a chance to throw people out.
It wasn't just him.
Early on, it was just the three of them. I think is especially notable.
All of them were fucking bad strat. Every one of them was bad strategy. Like all garbage wrestlers. Like all of them.
The three of them kind of go at it. You've got some big beals to Benoit, especially from like the Giant. Giant's kind of dominating each of them early on in the match. Just a number of sexy little foot chokes and hip tosses that are being done. But I think the story early on is that you kind of got Hall and Benoit are struggling to try and keep up with the power of the Giant. But at the end of that first period, the Giant charges at Scott Hall, goes up and over the top rope, and he is eliminated. So not only is he the first person eliminated, but he's actually eliminated pretty early in the match, which, paints WCW into a bit of a corner early on. Next entrance we have from Team Piper, we have Jeff Jarrett. Any thoughts? Any other thoughts besides his beautiful hair?
Gorgeous. No, you said I would hate his hair, but he had gorgeous hair.
I didn't think you'd say his hair. I just said a lot of people didn't like him.
You said I would hate him because of his hair.
A lot of people dislike him because he just looks like a goof with beautiful hair, a beautiful haired goof.
Yeah.
He's got a big doofus face. Not a little person face, but, just kind of like doofy.
His goofy face. Yeah, no, he didn't play that much of a role either. Like, he just kind of came in and did his thing. And, he had great blonde hair.
Tennessee goof, Jeff Jarrett. Macho Man Randy Savage representing the nWo.
It's always a good time to see him, roll into a match.
Yeah, I thought the one thing I did like about this Macho Man performance, every time we've seen him recently, he's always done his signature big like axe handle smash from the top rope, and you always complain about it, and you tended to get more and more upset each time we saw it. And like, luckily, I don't know if he just didn't do it, or if we just didn't see him do it, but I didn't have to hear you bitch about it this time, so that was a positive for me personally.
Oh, I look forward to next time.
And then we have Lex Luger entering with his beautiful blonde hair. almost as beautiful as Jeff Jarrett. Hard to say, comparatively.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Came out strong.
But Luger, yeah, he started very strong and he ended very strong in the match. Kind of a featured performer throughout.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But we'll get to the end of the match in just a little bit. But right around here is when we start seeing the ring fill up bit by bit. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people being thrown out of the ring. It's more people just kind of doing moves, and that's also kind of the parts where you felt like people were not taking their strategy seriously in the match itself either. Second to final round, we've got Steve Mongo McMichael for Team Piper. He was in there probably the shortest amount of time of anybody, like maybe a minute and a half.
Yeah, I didn't even... I heard you call, but he came in. But that was
Steve McMichaels is kind of an interesting case because, like, obviously he was like a Pro Bowl football player, so he's a very talented athlete, but he's not very athletic, if that makes sense. Like he seemed to have two left feet when he was wrestling, but clearly, like a gifted football player. It's just kind of interesting how you can have such a great set of skills in one thing, one discipline, and then not have that in something that would be, you'd think, comparable.
What position did he play in football?
Apparently he was a defensive tackle.
Linebacker, you would think like that guy could probably, get around and pick some guys up and move, but like, DT, I don't know.
Ryan pissing off the defensive tackles listening to the show right now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, I think it's a fair point. I
think it was mainly an issue of coordination for old Mongo. Kevin Nash is now the representative for the nWo, which, I mean, he shined a little bit here, too. I mean, the nWo as a whole really basically shined. They had plenty of time in the ring to beat the shit out of WCW and everybody else throughout. And then the final representative of Team WCW, because Rick Steiner was actually taken out prior to the match, we had Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner was also in the ring very, very briefly. He was hitting a bunch of suplexes, big tilt-a-whirl slams, etc. on everybody. Like, at this point, the action just became too much to call. I mean, like, I have moves written down here, but, like, you couldn't really track what any individual person was doing at any point in time in this part in the match. But right around then is when we have the final participants. So Roddy Piper emerges. Always glad to see the hot rod. And then, of course, Hulk Hogan emerges for the nWo, seconded by Dirty Dennis Rodman carrying the world title. I think Rodman was having a great time in this match.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it was great to see him. Like, whatever he did, like, you can't root against the guy. Like, Dennis Rodman is the man. Like,
I was surprised at the amount of things that they had Dennis Rodman do. They were posing ringside for a legitimate 3 to 4 minutes. Like, Hulk was literally just posing for the ringside photographers with Rodman, making sure to get his mug alongside him for a while. But then even after that, Rodman had the chance. Like, he was basically responsible for Roddy Piper getting eliminated. He pulls the top rope down so Piper goes up over the top. And then, of course, they kind of have a skirmish afterwards. And, not to spoil the ending here or anything, but Rodman was also responsible with passing along the spray paint can to Macho Man, who then clocked Lex Luger in the head with it. So, like, Rodman, he wasn't there just to be eye candy. They really did give him quite a bit to do throughout the match itself.
This is prior to that, but at one point, Hulk Hogan ran into the, like, stands. Like, I don't know what that was about, but it was like and then he got pulled back out by Piper. Like, yeah,
Piper was going after Hulk, which, I mean, makes sense given the stipulation if Piper won. But yeah, Hulk was trying to, like, basically run away into the fans, jump the guardrail to escape Piper's clasps. But Piper dragged him back in.
Okay, so he did go into the crowd to, like,
briefly. I mean, his torso was in the crowd, and his haunches on down were in the aisleway leading to the ring. So yes, he was like half in the crowd. Meanwhile, we have Piper literally choking everybody with a chain.
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciated the amount of back and forth between Rodman and Piper. Like, I think Piper's actually literally handcuffed and led away from Rodman after he was trying to, get at him for what seemed like 3 or 4 minutes. But essentially, the end of the match, it all comes down to all the members of the nWo, all 4, that none of them have been eliminated. They get down to them versus Lex Luger by himself, representing Team WCW. Luger, in quick order, eliminates all three of the nWo members besides Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It gets down to Hulk Hogan, and then, of course, that's when Rodman passes the can to Macho Man, who then clocks Luger in the back of the head. Hogan pins him 1, 2, 3, which Ryan actually did accurately predict the nWo was going to win that match. So good news for Ryan. That brings his record up to 33-26. And so after the match ends, the nWo, they're all celebrating. Oh, they're the cock of the walk. They're just fucking having a great old time. And then Sting, who we talked about earlier, descends from the rafters in the arena. He's like literally on this cord by himself, holding a baseball bat. The nWo kind of start encircling him, and they start charging in, and he just takes them out one by one. The crowd is going ape shit, and Sting just massacres the entirety of the nWo, and then it's just Hogan and Sting. Hogan's getting hyped up by Rodman. Sting takes him out too. The Scorpion death drops him, and then everybody's just leaving home happy. You really came away from that match thinking Sting's fucking rad. Any thoughts, any other takeaways from our match here today, Ryan?
No.
Okay. Well, what's hit us with Murphy's Law.
In a world without rules, in a sport where only the strong survive, there's one man who has the guts to lay down. Murphy's Law.
It's the frustrating fucking part about wrestling. I have to watch every time. I want to see a match where they, I get there's a little showmanship, you gotta like pick the guy up, like you said, play with your food. I get it. I understand.
Sure. But
I want to see a match where these guys go in and take advantage of every opportunity they have to throw someone out of the ring.
No logic loopholes for you, Ryan. You like it all to make sense.
Just take them when you have them. Like, you throw them down, they're laying on the match, like, oh, fuck, that really hurt. Like, get them. Like, just, like, really efficient wrestling. That's what I want to see at some point. One match with efficient wrestling. That's it.
That's all he wants. Is that too much to ask?
That's it. I get it. I understand it. But, like, be efficient one time. That's it. Like,
let's get to the rankings. Let's pull up the list. Let's see where this fits scientifically in our studies. So where are you thinking here, Ryan? We got 59. This will be the 60th. Where does the time go? I thought for sure this was going to be an awful. Just based on your description, it sounds like that's probably not going to be the case.
I don't think so. Like, yeah, it's probably in the upper okay area. Like,
wow. Okay, I'll say okay to your okay. While you're looking this over, did you think that the aftermath with Sting? Do you think that was worth anything to this match? Like, did that bump it up a few spots for you?
No, I do like the fact the crowd was really into that. Like, that makes it. But aside, like, for the match purposes, no, it didn't do anything.
Really? Because we have in the past, just, Macho Man versus Ultimate Warrior when we had Tony Tate on the program all those many moons ago. Like, the match itself was very much secondary to what happened after the match, where everybody's crying and Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man, they get back together. So, I mean, there is precedence there for, like, if something really, really cool happens after the match, like, that can, weigh into the science. So, I mean, sounds like you didn't necessarily care, but I'm just saying that can happen. You weren't swept away in the fever of the Stinger showing out and just being a badass and taking everybody out? For me, that was the highlight of the match.
I would have loved if Hulk Hogan had come in and like taken him out, then I think that would have. I was a big Hulk Hogan fan right there. Like,
you already won the match.
Yeah, no,
what difference did it make?
If he had come in and maybe even lasted more than like 3 seconds, like that would have maybe like enticed me to move this up, but.
Okay.
It was just very short-lived. I
do think for me it was the highlight of the whole thing.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
His arrival, the baseball bat stuff, just like how into it the crowd was. I loved it. I thought like that. Honestly, that's part of the main reason why I even showed you the match is just for the Sting stuff. But like this was the very first time he had been physical with anybody in over 6 months. And so I think that's part of the reason why, is because every show you had people like, we want Sting. And like finally this was kind of a definitive moment where Sting took action and people were so happy for it.
This could be my lack of wrestling knowledge, Erik. I'm not going to say it isn't, but...
Doesn't know that much about sitting while peeing, does not know that much about wrestling. So, upper okay?
Every match gets harder and harder to place. Let's go the new 31. Middle, I think, yeah.
All right, we've got a new 31, everybody. Bringing up the WCW average just a little bit, from that 34 up to 31. Every little bit helps.
A little bit. Yeah,
all right, so we've done the science. Our final numbered episode, a hard mark, episode 53, a landmark episode in the history. I've just got that Green Day song in the back of my head. There's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. And then you're looking at your chemistry teacher. They're a little teary-eyed looking back at you. They're applauding. They know the journey that you made. And that's what we're doing right now, everybody. And we're here at the end, but we're here at the end of the episode, and we would not have an episode of Hard Mark if it did not end with a real crowd pleaser. And actually, just so everybody's clear on this, so we will be ending the wrestling portion of all future episodes with this same segment. So don't think that magic formula is going to be changing. That shall be kept intact. And that segment that I'm talking about is called
Erik's Wisdom Tree.
All right. Sometimes wisdom is practical wisdom, Ryan. It's more day-to-day stuff. Today's is less of that. It's more me imploring to the Markomaniacs. I'm begging, I'm making sure, I'm calling out to the heavens. I'm saying, please don't do this. Please, everybody. When you're serving somebody a muffaletta, I know how many times you're serving people muffalettas in that house, but when you're doing it, don't serve it to them cold.
I don't know what a muffaletta is.
I'm glad you said that, Ryan. A muffaletta, it's a beautiful, delectable Italian sandwich. It's maybe one of my favorite sandwiches in the history of sandwiches. But short version is, muffaletta, it's a popular sandwich. Oh, everybody's had a muffaletta except for you, Ryan. But it originated in New Orleans. It's still made there today. Consists of muffaletta loaf as a type of bread. It also has olive tapenade, which really makes the sandwich, in my opinion, that olive tapenade. We also got salami, mortadella. I think it might be my favorite sandwich. But the key to the muffaletta, though, it's got to be hot, baby. I've been served several cold muffalettas in my day. I always come away just thinking, how much better that would be if it was hot. This website that I'm reading through right now, it says a lot of times it's served cold. Don't do that. Resist the urge to serve your patrons, your friends, your loved ones a cold muffaletta. You gotta make it hot. Heat it up. The olive tapenade, the Italian meats, the muffaletta loaf. Toast it up, baby.
I've never had one, so I can't dispute what you're saying. You might be, but it kind of looks like a sandwich that you could serve cold, like based on like the meat and the olive spread, like
tapenade.
I mean,
most sandwiches could be served cold, but are they better that way? No.
Okay, this is a tough... I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I've never had one. I'm looking at... It does look...
Well, Erik's Wisdom Tree doesn't really care if you agree.
Erik, sometimes you say things that are completely fucking out of line, so let's...
I just know that nobody's been wearing any sandals. No men have been wearing sandals since I told them not to last time.
I've been wearing sandals every day. Every day I've been wearing sandals.
Yeah, look where you are now. In a house with 5 other men.
I hold on, give me a second. Let me just observe like some of these sandwiches. I'm a picky eater, and this honestly looks like something I'd totally fucking eat. Like this looks good. I can't tell like which ones. It looks like some of the pictures are cold and some of them are.
So the muffaletta bread, it's like, how do you describe it? It's almost kind of looks like a burger bun. I mean, it's not that, but it's sort of you could look at it and think that it is.
It's like a thick thick bun. Like it's like,
but it's so much better when you have like the crispy crunchness, and then you got the softness of the melty cheese, which then of course goes into like the Italian meats, your salami, etc. But, you know, when everybody's got your holiday seasons coming up, I know it's June now, but, you know, Christmas is right around the corner. I'm sure you're going to be serving all of your in-laws muffalettas this coming Thanksgiving. So, you know, just keep these words in mind.
Let's get a muffaletta when you're out here. Let's get a muffaletta.
You know what? You don't have to tell me twice. I'm there.
That looks, like I said, I'm a picky eater, but that looks pretty fucking good. Like,
I'm going to Google search this. Let's see what it gets me. Las Vegas Muffaletta. Jason's Deli.
Oh, fuck. They're right next to my house.
Jason's Deli is right next to your house?
Yeah. Is there any, like, mayonnaise on this? Like, I don't like
No,
that.
Muffaletta doesn't have any mayonnaise on it.
Looks like all they serve, quarter Muffaletti special. It's right on their menu. It's on their Muffaletti menu. They have a Muffaletti section.
They have a Muffaletti section?
They have a
I've never heard this word before.
Quarter ham and salami muffaletti, quarter roasted turkey breast muffaletti, and a
Are they calling it a muffaletti, or are you calling it a muffaletti?
Muffaletta, sorry. I'm just reading it right.
Would you be rather called a little person or a muffaletti?
A little person. Nice. That's a good tip. That's a good Eric's wisdom tree right there.
I'm glad I have your buy-in on this for once. I think my batting average for approval on Eric's wisdom tree from Ryan is like 1 out of every 20. The amount of time that he sits to pee is the same amount of times that he approves my wisdom trees. But we'll be back June 16th for the very first, the inaugural edition of Hardbark Rumpus Time. What are we going to talk about? I don't know. And then the next episode the following week, that's going to be some more Wrestle Talk, which will bring Ryan's favorite, his guy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, back on the show, and who knows who we'll be competing against, but we got that to look forward to. So with that said, we'll be back June 16th. From then on, it'll be weekly, smooth sailing through calm seas. And with that said, if you're not hard, get hard. Once you get hard, stay hard. Don't serve cold muffalettis to people. No sexy honks.